One of the most important things about rivers to me is that you learn as much about yourself as you do about all of the content that we're studying in the classroom and learning about. One experience that really rang true for me was when we were doing body maps, where we would do any type of pose that we felt represented us, and someone would trace it onto a large piece of paper, and then you would paint it in a way that we felt represented us. And to me, because I'm a ceramic artist and I work a lot in the three-dimensional world, it was really hard to transfer my artistic musings and stuff onto this two-dimensional piece of paper. And that lesson really taught me a lot about myself and how sometimes I tend to make mistakes or do things that I might think, oh, I can go back and change that later, when I really can't. And that lesson of just doing art was really important to me, and it taught me so much about myself. And I thought that was just such an important part of rivers, to really just hammer home to yourself just the characteristics of you. And you really don't get to learn that in mainstream school.
I'm currently enrolled in the Rivers and Revolutions program for the spring semester, and just to start off with Rivers, I think it's an important program that everybody should at least give a crack at. The reason why I feel that way is because it provides a sense of community, accepting kids that are A students to kids that are almost flunking out. And I think the reason why Rivers is important is because of that community feel. But it also provides this feeling of it pushes me outside of my comfort zone at the same time, which I really appreciate. And one particular moment, I guess, in Rivers that I knew it was special was when we went to the Prudential Tower, and we were near the Charles River, and we all read a poem together, and that just represented the community aspect. Everybody read this poem. I don't remember the poem's name, but we all read a line from the poem, and I thought that was really impactful. And we had to scream it at the top of our lungs. So it was just great to see everybody coming together to finish something so important. So that's my spiel, I guess, on Rivers.
My name's James, and I'm a member of the 6th cohort of Rivers and Revolutions. And I think what makes it so special for me is that you have this really close-knit community that you're with every single day, and it allows you to just really expand on what you're comfortable with. When you're learning in the classroom, you don't get scared about saying the wrong answer or doing something embarrassing, because you're very comfortable with the people that you're working with, students and teachers, and it allows you to learn in just a quicker way, and also I think a better way, which is probably not the best way of saying it, but it just you work differently when you're not spending half your energy wondering what other people are going to be thinking of you.
Hi, I'm Julie Asadorian. I'm a senior here at Concord Carlisle, and I joined the Rivers and Revolutions program about a week after it started, second semester. I've always found the mainstream to be my thing. I was good at it. I got A's and B's. But as soon as after I took my first semester exams, I was already in college, and I was do I really need to study for this test? Is it going to affect me? Why am I benefiting from doing this homework assignment? And when I found out about the Rivers and Revolutions program, I realized that it's not for the grade, and it's not for doing it to get into college. It's more to do it for yourself, to benefit your learning and really understand who you are as a person and who all your peers are as a group. And
Hi, I'm Jason Feiner. I'm a senior at Concord Carlisle High School, and I take Rivers and Revolutions. It's the main focus for me is community in this program, and in a classroom, some of the most important aspects to create a learning environment is trust and comfort. Where do you guys feel trust and comfort? With your friends or family? Well, in Rivers and Revolutions, we have 40 different students and 5 to 6 different faculty members that we stay with all day long, and I have never felt as trusting or as comfortable with this many people in one particular learning environment. And in this community, we take each other's ideas and create growth and to create an incredible thought. And like like what Ralph Waldo Emerson once said is, the thunderbolt falls on an inch of ground, but the light of it fills the horizon. Meaning, one idea can be as big as you want it to.
Hey, I'm Gavo, and one thing that I think Rivers has really benefited me the most is about learning about myself, specifically about my selfishness, because we did a painting of our body, traced our body, painted it, and I realized that I didn't like my ears, so I painted them black. And that's because I don't particularly listen as well as I should. And that really got to me, and now I'm working on that. And I think that part of school should prepare you for your life. And my career opportunity that I want is to be a therapist, and for that I really need to listen and not be selfish. So I'm working on that, and that's what Rivers has taught me.
Hi, my name's Erica. I'm a junior, and one thing I remember is we went to the Prudential Center in Boston on a field trip, and during the lunch break we were all eating at the food court, and I was waiting in line to get my lunch, and one of the teachers went up to me and she asked me if I'd ever been in love, and I kind of dodged the question, and I was kind of shocked by that, and I thought it was really funny. And then she proceeded to tell me about the first time she had been in love, and after that I realized how comforting and welcoming and accepting and trusting the teachers are here. And I think when it comes to being in a good learning environment, it's all about like the teachers and how much you trust them. And I think after that day, I suddenly realized how much trust the teachers have for me and how much trust I have for them, and that kind of opened me up to learn so much more, which is really good. And I also realized that like the teachers learn from us too. Like we teach for a day, and then we have important things to say as students. And the equality between teacher and student is just so amazing, and I think that's something that makes Rivers really, really special. That's something that's really, really important to me.
I'm Ashley Yousefi, and I'm a current senior at CCHS. One of the great things about Rivers that has really helped me in my high school experience has been the sort of blurred lines between teacher and students. And one of the great things in the program are our teaching days, where a group of students actually gets to take over the classroom for an entire day and pick what it is that we want to teach to the class that day, and it really helps unify the entire cohort and get a feeling that we can all learn from one another, and that we all have something to offer to the cohort, and there's a real sense of community along with the teachers instead of just learning from them in our seats.